Hello and welcome. I am absolutely thrilled to be guiding you through today's explainer on behalf of the American Wellness Center located right here in the heart of Dubai Healthcare City. Today, we are going to talk about something so deeply human, something we see every single day in our clinic. We're talking about relationships, specifically how they bend, flex, and sometimes really strain under the weight of major life shifts. Now, our goal today isn't just to talk about barely surviving these changes. We're going to dive into how you and your partner can truly, absolutely thrive through them. So let me ask you, are major life changes pushing you and your partner apart right now? It's a heavy question, I know. Here in Dubai, we live in this beautifully dynamic, incredibly fast-paced environment. It's a city of constant growth and movement, but that constant motion of expat life, it's actually one of the leading causes of relationship strain globally. That motion can create unexpected emotional distance, even in the absolute strongest of relationships. If you're feeling that distance right now, I want to tell you right off the bat, you are not alone. Feeling disconnected during times of immense change does not mean your relationship is failing. Because here's the real truth of it. Change is inevitable, right? But disconnection, that doesn't have to be. This is our core clinical philosophy at American Wellness Center. Look, every partnership evolves, but what we consistently see with the patients we support is that with the right tools, life changes can actually become the very things that bring you closer together. You absolutely deserve to navigate life's evolving chapters with a sense of shared, rock-solid stability.
Let's jump straight into Section 1, the impact of life transitions and navigating Dubai's dynamic lifestyle.
There are a few major life shifts we routinely support at the clinic. Think about relocating to a new country, something so many of us expats in Dubai face. It completely uproots your standard support systems. Then there's welcoming a new child, navigating massive career changes, adjusting to long-term health shifts, and of course, managing financial pressures. In our experience at American Wellness Center, these aren't just practical, logistical changes. They are profound emotional disruptions. When your external world gets turned upside down, it naturally disrupts the internal balance and communication you've built with your partner. It is completely normal to feel a bit off balance.
Which brings us right to Section 2, when change causes disconnection and the friction of transition.
Let's map out this hidden terrain of relationship stress. These are the exact, everyday struggles we help couples navigate. First, communication gaps. These often pop up because partners just have entirely different coping styles during stress. One of you might withdraw, while the other literally wants to talk it out right that second. Then you have the loss of routine, emotional exhaustion, especially burnout or compassion fatigue, and the profound danger of unspoken expectations. Let me tell you, silently shifting priorities can lead to massive resentments. And finally, identity and role changes. Think about shifting from being just partners to being parents, or navigating a huge career leap. If you are nodding your head right now, know that this is exactly what we specialize in untangling.
And this brings us to a really fundamental truth. Change can trigger emotional friction, even in the absolute strongest relationships. Actually, scratch the idea that friction means failure. It doesn't. Experiencing this friction is simply a natural, human reaction to shifting support systems, uncertainty, and burnout. At American Wellness Center, we approach this friction with deep empathy, recognizing that you aren't fighting each other. You're both just trying to find your footing on shifting ground.
All right, moving to Section 3, our evidence-based therapeutic approach, and exactly how we guide you.
We use a very structured, multidisciplinary toolkit to get you back on track. Step 1 often involves emotionally focused therapy, which I'll break down for you in just a second. Step 2 integrates cognitive behavioral strategies to help you identify those unhelpful, automatic thought patterns that stress brings out in all of us. Step 3 is tailored life stage and transition counseling, which is incredibly vital in Dubai's fast-paced expat environment. And finally, Step 4 involves giving you highly practical, real-life tools for communication and stress management. We blend deep emotional insight with actionable strategies so you leave our clinic completely equipped to handle real-life stress. Let's zoom in on that first tool, emotionally focused therapy, or EFT. So what is it? Well, it's an evidence-based practice we use to help you and your partner identify your core emotional needs and rebuild a really secure connection under stress. In plain terms, you know when you're completely exhausted and suddenly you're having a massive argument over the dirty dishes or the finances? You usually aren't actually arguing about dishes or finances. You're arguing because one of you feels unsupported, unheard, or unloved. EFT helps us cut through that noise. It bypasses those surface-level arguments and addresses the exhaustion and underlying emotional needs directly. It creates a safe harbor between the two of you.
Let's look at Section 4, rebuilding your emotional connection, from surviving to thriving. On one side of this journey, you have the friction of change, all those unspoken expectations and that cold emotional distance that leaves you feeling incredibly lonely, even when you're sitting in the exact same room together. But on the other side, that's positive change. Through our individual and joint sessions, we help you cross over to a place of renewed closeness and deep, mutual understanding. We really want to contrast the pain of feeling disconnected with the immense, transformative relief of realigning your lives emotionally.
So what does that success actually look like? What we consistently see with the patients we support is it's a remarkable shift. They experience renewed emotional closeness. They develop way better collaboration during stress. They become teammates again rather than adversaries. Communication becomes so much clearer, grounded in real empathy. They regain a shared sense of direction and purpose, and ultimately they find much greater stability through uncertain times. With guided support from our clinicians, change literally stops being a threat to your relationship and actually becomes an opportunity to grow much, much closer.
And finally, Section 5, your trusted Dubai healthcare home, the American Wellness Center.
2016. That is the year we were inaugurated in Dubai Healthcare City, and since that time we've built a long-standing reputation, ethically and compassionately supporting thousands of patients across literally all age groups in this region. We aren't just a clinic, we are a deeply established institution here.
And to provide that level of support, scale, and expertise really matter. The number 59 represents our team. We are incredibly proud to have a dynamic team of over 59 highly qualified, Western-trained clinicians. This means we have the diverse expertise required to match you with exactly the right professional for your unique relationship dynamics.
And that expertise, it spans across more than 20 diverse medical and mental health specialties. Because we recognize that life transitions don't just affect your mind, they affect your body, your health, and your overall well-being.
To truly comprehensively support you, we offer a multidisciplinary environment combining psychology, psychiatry, and wellness services all under one roof. Why does this matter for your relationship? Because true comprehensive care means meeting both partners' emotional and practical needs. Whether one partner needs individual psychological support, a psychiatric consultation, or generalized wellness services to combat stress, we provide a safe, completely confidential space where every single couple can realign and rebuild balance at their own pace. I want to leave you with this final, provocative thought. Will you let life's inevitable changes push you apart, or will you use them to reconnect and rebuild a stronger partnership than ever before? You really don't have to navigate this alone. Your first session with us is simply a calm, supportive conversation where you both can share what has changed and, more importantly, what you want to rebuild together. On behalf of the American Wellness Center, thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. You deserve to thrive. We invite you to reach out, book that first session, and begin your journey toward renewal today.